It is now 11:15 on this Friday night, and the weekend is upon us. A few changes in the air, right, Matt?
Yeah, a few changes there. Russ Mitchell, I want to take you ice skating.
No,
You and I would be a train wreck out there with that hot chocolate.
I hear a special in my future. I'll tell the story of both of you skating.
That'd be great.
Okay, great.
All right. Hot chocolate for everybody. Doesn't help. All right, wind advisory, you know that. It's been gusty this evening. Boy, it really ramped up, especially in our western counties right now. This is where the wind advisory is. Doesn't mean we're not going to have wind down to the south and the east, but the strongest winds expected tonight, and that goes all the way through tomorrow early afternoon. These are your sustained numbers. Notice they are strongest near the lakeshore, back towards Mansfield, Erie, and Huron counties, but you factor in the gusts, and we've had gusts to 40 now being reported downtown Mansfield checking in. That's within the last 15 minutes. Look at Norwalk, 38. This is some gusty winds, and it's all filling a very strong area of low pressure. Low pressure is just that. It's an area in the atmosphere that doesn't have as much pressure as the area around it, so it's actually a lot of rising air. It's why you get rain with low pressures. But that rising air has to be filled, so the wind comes in to fill that gap. It's like a vacuum in the sky, and that's exactly what's going on, is all this wind is rushing to fill that area of low pressure. So strongest winds, again, through about noon tomorrow. They should back off a little bit, but there's really two time frames that I'm watching for strong wind tonight, and then when that front passes, we could get some really strong winds tomorrow morning. We are out ahead of the front, my friends. Look at this, 56 now in Akron, 55 downtown. These are our high temperatures for the day. It's warmer outside now than it was this afternoon, and that warmth will continue tonight. We're going to hold in the 50s. Look at the demarcation line between where that cold front is and out towards the West Pier at 9 right now, Minneapolis 17. There's some very cold air behind this system. It's taking a fast dive into the country, and this is what moves in tomorrow. We do have some showers out ahead of it. That rain has been coming and going tonight as expected. Had some pretty decent downpours earlier this evening. It'll continue overnight tonight. You'll have to run the wipers if you're out. And then, you know, you don't run the wipers for a little bit. So where's your trash can end up? This is always our favorite wind graphic around here. Well, if you have trash day tomorrow, it's going to end up probably in your neighbor's yard. We've got strong enough winds to do that, especially tomorrow morning. Then, as I mentioned, it'll back off into the afternoon. Let's talk frontal passage. National Design Mart hour-by-hour forecast. There's your rain overnight tonight coming and going. Tomorrow morning, 7 o'clock, this is where we start. We're in the 50s area-wide still. Wind out of the south. This is our front. As the front passes, you'll get a burst of heavy rain. The winds will likely roar with this. We could get some very strong gusts with this. And watch how quickly this heads east. 8 o'clock, Cleveland down towards Elyria, Mansfield, and then eventually 9 o'clock out towards the east. Strong winds with that, 7, 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. Keep that in mind as you're out and about. Behind that, temperatures crash. The wind will still be blowing. We'll bring out the sun by the afternoon, but we're in the 30s the rest of the day, down into the 20s tomorrow night. What a change. In terms of what it feels like tomorrow, your morning, we're feeling nice, but this is your outdoor activity plans tomorrow. We're in the 20s for wind chill, so you need to bundle up. It'll be a December-like day. Where do we go from there? Interesting pattern next week. We get some rain out of the system late Monday, Tuesday, but this boundary sets up between cold and warm, and it just brings system after system. Lots of rain for the Tennessee Valley, but do we get some snow out of this? If we have a little bit colder air than what the models are saying, we could end up with some snow next week. As of right now, it looks like we're on the warm side of things. Union Home Mortgage 10-day forecast. We'll keep it in the 40s with some rain, and we finally turn colder by this time next weekend. Al Pulowski's back with a very important sports update. Go Buckeyes, coming up.